And for that girl backstage, make it publicly clear, never mind who you thought I was, I'm Rick James, bitch.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
What's so great about the series is this. The series gives us an opportunity. It's a classic moment. It's an opportunity to tell the truth, regardless of what it is. Even when it comes to, say you take DAZ. Now, DAZ runs his mouth a lot of times, but that's neither here nor there. I still got to love everybody I was ever with, right? And he can't help himself. You know, DAZ has mental health issues before. He's been in the hospital before. That's not putting him down. That's the past. But what's so great about DAZ is that this guy I went to and said, we got to finish the album. He did everything on Doggy Style by himself. The whole album was done. He did everything. He produced it. So when it was time to come out, you know, the distributors were like, well, they wanted Andre to be on there. And Andre wanted to be on there. So Andre went to DAZ. He said, look, Dre was like, well, look, man, let me say it's produced by me. And put my name on it. And you'll get paid, but let me be the one who produced it. So I told DAZ, if that's something you want to do, I don't recommend it because you're the one who produced it and then you're giving up your publishing and stuff. So DAZ signed paperwork and said it was produced by Dre. So you can't turn around and say that guy didn't make a difference. He came in and clutched and finished that album, which turned out to be one of the biggest records around, and you will see the process of that in the series. Even when you mention Corrupt, in the series you'll see that Corrupt is probably the best artist for as a rapper for his lyrics than anybody still today. When this guy was around, Corrupt would, if somebody said they can freestyle, the first person was going to put the best Corrupt. And I can tell people, hey, if you can be Corrupt, you pick your number. I don't give a fuck if it's $1 million. You got a contract. If you can't be Corrupt, they might want to rough you up a little bit, but he never lost. So in the series, it's not just dealing with death row stuff. It's dealing with conscious stuff. It's dealing with business. It's dealing with college. You know, and the East Side raised me, but college made me. Just like straight out of Compton. Pac and Dre never was in the studio together. They weren't in the studio doing California Love. They hated each other. That's simple. Jay Flex is probably one of the best writers. There's a lot of great people who's on Death Row that they wouldn't always heard about all the time. Jay Flex probably was one of the best writers in the world. I can call Jay Flex and say, hey, write this song. He wrote Keep Your Heads Ringing. He wrote everything Andre spit, Jay Flex wrote. He wrote California Love. California Love was a whole song that came about after we was at the Social Wars. And Quick was going, California, know how to party. So we were like, all right. So when we did California Love, Jay Flex wrote the whole song. And Dre wanted it. But it'd be like 5 years before we put an album on here. Pac just came home. So what I ended up doing, I took this second verse out, left him on, and said, Pac, take this home and write to it. Pac said, I'm going to do something to it right now. And then I got Roger Trotman to come in and do all the California Love and all that type of stuff. So it's a process of making a classic, but people put time in to make a classic. But the most important part about it is it's not always about living in the past, but that's where we come from. But we still got to go from now into the future.